First Hugo and I weren't really totally sure about each other, I think. We spoke on the phone.
It was tricky.
It was a
tricky
little
thing.
It was.
I felt that you were someone who needed just to be come into the corral and just come in for your own reasons. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. So you kind of like
said, well, you're not going to come unless it's like sort of being with a horse.
Hugo's an extraordinary personality, and I'd obviously heard a lot about him before we started work together, and I suppose I was a little bit of me worried that he was going to be this sort of huge sort of ego that was going to dominate people because he's such a kind of intellectual guy. First off, we were really knocked out by the scripts, and then almost in a schizophrenic way becomes this sort of very pragmatic producer. And then now that we're filming, we have a director who is totally confident about his vision.
The thing with Hugo is he expects a lot. If you're part of his team, he expects a lot of you, but he expects a lot of himself as well. And so you all just want to do well for him.
I went in and met the extraordinary Hugo Blick, who isn't from planet Earth. I've had that checked, and I don't think he is. I don't know where he's come from.
He laughs a lot, and so there's a lot of laughter on set, which is great and very important because the subject matter is quite grim and there's a lot of dying and a lot of miserable things going on, and everybody's shooting really long hours and terribly tired, and at the head of this enormous juggernaut is Hugo being perpetually cheerful.
The work with him as a director is all any actor can dream about. You can see in his eyes when what he wrote is happening.
He gets a teased look as you go, wait a minute, why exactly do I say this line? And he'll go, well, wait a minute, let me think. And then he'll come out and say something that's so detailed and so completely perfect, and you think, wow, he's really good.
Let's be very clear, there are very few directors as good as Hugo Blick, I don't wish to be effusive, but everyone's happy because he knows what he's doing. He likes everyone, he treats everybody well, but he's creative, inventive, and he allows everyone else to be so as well.
It didn't go well to start with, but genuinely then we sort of came, this is something was working, because obviously we would have just let go. And then I turned up at her house, met her family. It was much more relaxing. She fed me nettle pasta. I was going to take a flight within about 6 hours, so I was intrigued by the sort of diversion that was going to happen to Iceland when my throat constricted.
Yeah, because nettles, if you don't boil them correctly.
So I was kind of worried about that.
But you did it because you were just trying to let me go into the corral.
Yes.